Madison is home to Connecticut's largest public beach, Hammonasset State Park. Among the soft sands and rolling dunes, the beachgoers, salt marsh, and 6 miles of walking trails.
Take it back, that's red-winged blackbirds.
You might find Jerry Conley among the thousands who flock here to get an up-close look at the teeming wildlife.
Well, that's good light.
Hammonasset State Park's about a little under 1,000 acres, and it has a wealth of habitat. It's the Hammonasset River that feeds into Long Island Sound. We have all this tidal marsh. That's a lot of variety.
Hammonasset is widely considered one of the best spots for birdwatching in the country.
Purple martins, the willets, the yellowlegs, and of course ospreys, killdeer, first to come, last to leave.
More than 250 species will pass through here every year.
You have birds that are traveling from as far away as South America, Central America.
Spring, he says, is particularly colorful in sight and sound.
In spring, it's all about attraction. And look how good I look and look how good I sound.
This isn't just a hobby for Jerry, it is his career. Jerry owns and operates the Audubon shop in downtown Madison with his son, Tom, though his first love was drumming.
I played the drums and the harmonica and a kind of a blues, swing, rock and roll band. And I gotta say, my father-in-law, Arthur, talked me into doing this whole thing. And here we are.
He still is called to music.
There's that be in your yard.
The sounds here generated by nature.
That's my favorite part of birding, is being able to walk around and hear things and like old friends returning.
At the shop, they sell a quirky collection of bird feeders, binoculars, telescopes, and more than 2 tons of bird seed every week.
It's willet, I believe.
But his happy place is out here in nature. He runs bird watching tours both around the world and close to home.
You never know what to expect. There's always something to see, and I live by that.
It's just such a fantastic place to be.
Reptiles, sea life. Hammonasset is also home to Megs Point Nature Center. The park can see up to 3 million visitors every year. The center is an opportunity for learning.
Everything is something that you can find in Connecticut. So we have reptiles, amphibians, fish, birds, lots of crustaceans. People are always fascinated by the lobster.
A bit shy on our visit. At the helm of education here, Ranger Russ Miller. No doubt he loves his job.
My mother says that when I was 3 or 4 years old, I used to tell people that I was going to work for Smokey Bear.
The center opened in 1972, but when they shut down in 2020 during the pandemic, Ranger Russ took his teaching national, created more than 600 videos. Even the wildlife seemed to notice. What coastal town is complete without a clam shack? Lobster rolls, clam strips, chowder, tacos? Back to that in a minute. First, let's talk about a 60-year Route 1 institution, the Clam Castle.
This is what people come to the shoreline for. They come down to Hammonasset Beach and they want to wrap up the day with some fried seafood, sitting at a picnic table.
The shoreline landmark was purchased in 2023 by local taco truck owner Gregory Sharon.
I never changed any recipes on the seafood side because if it's not broken, why fix it?
He has, however, as he puts it, created a gentle fusion of seafood and Mexican fare.
This was a way to incorporate my 15-year institution. Might as well merge the two, and while I own it, it's Clam Castle featuring Taco Pacifica.
He says the whole belly clams are still the most popular. This is one of the few places on the Connecticut coast you can find them. Customers are getting creative with the new mix.
Fish tacos have always been on the menu. Scallop tacos, I've had people do clam strip burritos. They just get funky with the menu.
Change can be hard, but he's hoping the community comes for the nostalgia and stays for the chips. Clams and guac, anyone?
There you go. You're welcome, enjoy.
that looked good. And Gregory Sharon, the owner of Clam Castle, he is now in his second season, and he says that he originally was going to make it a strictly taco restaurant.
Right, but nostalgia runs deep in Madison, Connecticut, and he thought to talk to the community first, which he did, and then he decided I better keep the clam and seafood menu, most of the menu intact, but also add his own Mexican flair, which he's done.
I like that. All right, still ahead, an unlikely career choice.